Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of What the Heck Do You Really Know About Seaweed? And this episode is going to be on vitamin C. So my name is Emily and I'm coming to you today from Souk in BC and home to all the kelp forests and tide pools and some of the richest marine life on the planet. So today we're diving into something that's been getting a lot of attention in the skincare world lately, which is vitamin C. And more specifically, we're going to dive into how it's found in seaweed and the benefits of skincare, overall health, how your body uses it, how we at Seaflora harness it in our vitamin C series. So I'll also go into detail about that. So whether you're here to get glowing skin, support your immunity, or just geek out a little bit about natural skincare and some science, this live is for you. And if you're watching the replay later, feel free to drop your questions in the comments and we always reply. So without further ado, hello everyone. Got some comments in there. Let's get started. So we'll start at the top, which obviously vitamin C, as I've just explained. Or as some people, the scientific term is, or some people, I was just about to say some people like to call it, scientists like to call it, ascorbic acid. So I've got a few graphics that I'm going to get up here, which just sort of show you a bit more about what I'm talking about, because not many people can sort of see it in their mind. So I thought I'd get a few graphics up just so you can actually see it when I'm talking about it. So as I was saying, this one is obviously on vitamin C, and I was just mentioning ascorbic acid, which I will go into more detail just now. So ascorbic acid is an essential nutrient. It's water soluble, which means our bodies don't store it. So we have to replenish it daily, whether that's through diet, supplements, or topical skincare, all of which we'll go into detail in this live today. Sorry, I keep using my laptop. I'm just trying to lift this up a little bit. So let's break down the word ascorbic because it's more than just a fancy scientific term. So ascorbic acid is the scientific name for vitamin C. I've just mentioned that a few times. And it comes from the word ascorbutic. That's because vitamin C was originally discovered as the cure for scurvy, which was super interesting. I didn't know that at all, but it makes a lot of sense when you go further into the research. So a disease caused by a vitamin C deficiency, so that makes a lot more sense, especially common in sailors who didn't have access to fruit and veg, being all the way out in the middle of nowhere in the sea. So ascorbic literally means without scurvy. So just thought that was an interesting topic of where that came from, and it all totally makes sense. So now here's where it gets really interesting, is that your body actually needs magnesium to activate and use vitamin C properly, which the last live that I did was based on magnesium. So we're now going in and out of all these little things that are found in seaweed. So first we started with squalene, then we went into magnesium, now we're going into vitamin C, and I'll tell you the next one at the end of this one, but they're all linked, and it's crazy how that they all come together and that they are linked in that way. So I don't know if I've got a little graphic here of magnesium as well, just while we're on the topic of it. I do. So magnesium is a cofactor, which means it helps enzymes do their job. And one of those jobs is converting vitamin C into its active usable form inside the body, which is what I was mentioning on the last live as well, is that how magnesium is I think there was a name for it as well. I think it's ascorbic L-threonate, And that means that basically magnesium isn't just a magnesium compound, it has vitamin C in that too, and it's one of the only compounds that has a bit of both in it, which was really interesting to know. And that's why seaweed is such a perfect natural source, because it's not just rich in vitamin C, but it also contains magnesium and dozens of other trace minerals that support the absorption and the effectiveness of vitamin C. So when we talk about skincare benefits, vitamin C is a powerhouse. It helps stimulate collagen, which I've got a little image just here of collagen. So it stimulates collagen, which is the protein for keeping your skin firm and youthful. And it also fades dark spots, evens out the skin tone, and helps protect. Sorry, I dropped my laptop there. Protects against damage caused by the sun and pollution. But it's not all internally. Vitamin C is crucial for immune function, healing, and overall cellular health. It boosts your body's ability to absorb iron, and it's a natural anti-inflammatory. In short, it's a multitasker. It does a lot of things for us. There are many types of vitamin C though. But if and this is what started getting me thinking, because I was like, if vitamin C is 6 different compounds, how can the compounds change? And will it still be vitamin C if they're changing? So getting into the heart of the confusion, vitamin C isn't a single molecule. By definition, it's a function, which makes a lot of sense because there are 6 types. So when we say something is vitamin C, we're actually referring to any compound that performs the biological role of L-ascorbic acid in the human body, which is what I was mentioning L-threonate before. So in this sense, it is very similar, and that's why it's called L-ascorbic, because vitamin C does the same thing. So it's actually defined more by what it does, so preventing scurvy, supporting collagen production, acts as an antioxidant, than just by its chemical structure. But with vitamin C, you have a core structure. So L-ascorbic acid, that's the gold standard. So that's C, if you're wanting to know the chemical formula for that, it would be C6, H8, and O6. So the numbers are the amount of what is in that. So for C6, it would be 6 carbon, and then H8 would be 8 of hydrogen, and O6 would be 6 of oxygen, so all of that combined. However, scientists have found ways to attach other molecules, which I was explaining just before, like magnesium and sodium, phosphate, or lipids. Encapsulate it, so like in liposomes, mimic its actions. Sorry, I'll just get rid of this. In ways that the body still recognizes it as a vitamin C activity. But these modifications make it more stable, and they make it less irritating, and they make it longer lasting and more bioavailable. But here's the key. Once inside your body or on your skin, they convert back into active ascorbic acid or trigger the same biological effects. So while they're technically different molecules, they're all vitamin C delivery systems, if that makes sense. So if anybody has, oh, here we go. Is there a difference in the seaweed that we have? So this is my dad asking this because we live, well, they live, I don't live there anymore. I live in Canada and Seaweed. But my parents, they still live in Scotland, and that's the west coast too. So they're just asking, is there a difference in the seaweed that they have in their garden which looks onto the loch compared to the seaweed here? And I from my knowledge so far, you're really making me work my brain today. So from the knowledge I have of seaweed so far, I would say that they're different. You can get different types compared to here to there. So from what I can remember, it is the same, because I remember walking the front green in Scotland quite a lot, and there was always washed up seaweed. And from my memory, and this was before I knew different types of seaweed, so I'm really racking my brain here, but from remembering looking at it, it is the same as what you find here. But you can get different types, so not all of it will be the same, but I'm pretty sure one or two are the same as seaweed that you can find in Canada too, especially on the west coast. Whether they won't technically be molecularly the same and things like that, because they're different environments. It is very similar on the west coast of here compared to the west coast of Scotland. They are very similar, but you are on the other side of the world, and we do have different weather here in Sooke compared to Scotland. Like, as of, it's nice and we'll get a good summer here, but Scotland won't, and it'll be rainy. So in terms of that, the seaweed will be different in sort of how it has been raised, because of the environment that it's in, because it'll have different environmental stresses there that it won't have here, and vice versa. So yes, they're the same types, but whether they're the same, it won't be the same the way that the environment is keeping it at, if that makes sense. So thank you for that question. That was good to get into and good to clarify for you. I was just about to say as well, if anyone has any questions, and I saw that one, so that's good. Keep them coming. So why seaweed? So now here's where it gets exciting. So most people think of oranges and lemons when they think of vitamin C, but they don't think about seaweed. Who would? This is why I'm trying to get it out there for people, to make people more aware of how crazy seaweed is and how there's all this amazing things in it and how it has all these vitamins and minerals in them. But did you know that some types of seaweed has even more vitamin C in it than citrus fruits, which is really interesting. So ulva lactuca, which I love to say, is one of my favorite ones to say, which you guys might know it as sea lettuce, is especially high. So that has 110 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams of dried seaweed. So that's significantly higher than what you would get in a fresh orange. But depending on the time of year, the location, some brown seaweeds like ascophyllum have even higher levels. But ulva offers one of the most balanced, stable and bioavailable forms when used in skincare. So comparisons, we have ulva lactuca, which I was just explaining, which has up to 110 milligrams, but then we have different types of brown seaweed that can have 150 to 200 milligrams, which is more. But like I say, it depends on the location and the time of year. And then red probably has the least, and that gets 50 to 90 milligrams. So that was quite interesting to know, because when I first heard about vitamin C, I just thought it was in all types of seaweed regardless. I didn't realize that sort of like one had more than the other. So it was interesting to know that. And the seaweed we're talking about isn't just any seaweed. So at Seaflora here, we harvest 9 different species of seaweed, and it's all wild, ocean grown and hand harvested, and that's right here on Vancouver Island in Sooke. So that is even more interesting to know that it's right here locally. Sorry, you might hear the fire engine going past at the moment. So no pollution, no mass harvesting, it's sea to skin in the most literal and local sense. All right, I always forget to put my little graphics up while I'm talking. So I've got some images here of the types of seaweed that I'm talking about, just so that if you ever come across them, just like my dad might be trying to find some on the look for it now, but I don't think you'll come across any of these ones. vitamins that I'm going to be mentioning today. I think it's more kelp that is back at home, but you might see it if you go out to eat. I know nori, you can see a lot in your sushi, and sea lettuce, you can see it being used in salads too. So this is your sea lettuce ova lactuca. And then we have our laminaria, which I mentioned, has 100 to 120 milligrams. So yeah, I have a few more, but I'm going to wait till we get a bit further on in this live before I bring those up. Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything else. No, I haven't. Okay, perfect. So let's go further into ova lactuca. So it's bright and it's green. It's leafy seaweed that thrives in shallow waters where sunlight can penetrate. And it's that sunlight that actually stimulates vitamin C production in seaweed. Just like how plants on land use sunlight to photosynthesize. So ova is incredibly rich in vitamin C, but also chlorophyll, magnesium, and amino acids. So it helps reduce inflammation, boost circulation, and detoxify the skin. When you put it on your face, your skin just drinks it up like this nice green juice. So now we'll get into vitamin C synergy potential and what seaweed brings to the table. So this is where I'll really get talking about other different types of seaweed as well. Just like we have, oops, sorry, I just dropped my pen. We have Palmaria palmata, which in other terms is dulse. So I have an image of that here. I would say I love the color of this one more, but Mazzella is also this color, and I would say that that's one of my favorites. I just love the color that it is. If the image is going to work here. And then we also have Porphyra, which is nori as well, which I'll show you a photo of that afterwards, which, as I was saying, is in sushi. But they contain flavonoid-like compounds and polyphenolstat, it's a very hard word to say, that act as antioxidants, mimicking the action of rutin or quercetin. So we've got an image there, and I'll get nori up just for you now. I'm thinking, why does it remind me nori, that word? And then I was thinking, I'm pretty sure that there's a fish and chip place in Scotland in Oban that's called Nori's, because I kept thinking in my head, I was like, why does that like ring a bell for me? And I'm thinking, no, not even slightly to do with the sea, but not to do with seaweed, it's to do with fish and chips. That's why it keeps reminding me of something. That's quite funny. So we've got nori here, which is used in your sushi. So some seaweeds like ova that we were just mentioning and laminaria that I showed a photo of before contain glycine and glutamatic acid, the three amino acids needed to produce glutathione. We've got some big scientific words today. So vitamin E is found, going on to a different vitamin because we've just been talking about vitamin C. So vitamin E, you'll find that in your brown seaweeds, especially fucus. I'll get an image of that up just here for you. I love the little bulbs on the sky too. They're quite cool. And they contain alpha tocopherol. I hope I'm saying these words right, which is a form of vitamin E that works synergistically with vitamin C in cell protection. And then we also have iron. So these are all different types that you can find in seaweed. I have mentioned them, sorry, the wind is really strong today. Have mentioned them previously in lives, but just to reiterate, just so that people remember and realize how important they are and how seaweed has all these amazing nutrients in them. So we have iron. So seaweed is a rich plant-based source, and vitamin C in the same plant helps your body absorb it more efficiently. So copper, zinc, and magnesium can also be found, and these trace minerals are abundant in seaweed, often in more bioavailable forms than from land plants. It's essential for collagen enzymes, immune function, and cellular energy, all areas where vitamin C plays a role. So can seaweed provide everything that vitamin C needs? The answer is yes. So seaweed naturally bundle vitamin C and its key factors in one biological matrix. And that's why traditional diets with high seaweed intake, so like Japanese, Icelandic, indigenous Pacific diets, often show exceptional skin, immune, and longevity outcomes, even with minimal supplementation. So seaflora isn't just competitive, you're sitting on a next generation vitamin C skincare line without even needing synthetic hype. So let's break down exactly why seaflora is superior in the vitamin C space and how to get that across to you guys. So I mentioned at the start how we have our vitamin C series. So I will get onto that as well. But first, I just want to mention how important vitamin C is on your skin. Because when it is applied, sorry, my laptop is all over the place today. So when it's applied topically, vitamin C helps protect your skin from free radicals. Those unstable molecules caused by sun exposure, air pollution, and stress. So free radicals are what speed up signs of aging. And vitamin C neutralizes that. So it reduces the inflammation, it helps your skin repair and regenerate, and you'll see a brighter, smoother, and more even complexion. And over time, it helps reverse environmental damage, which is good if you have been in the sun too much and you're not wearing your SPF. So everyone, please remember to wear SPF, even on cloudy days. But here's the thing, not all vitamin C is created equal. So a lot of commercial skincare products use synthetic ascorbic acid that's highly unstable and breaks down before it even reaches your skin. So therefore it's not actually going to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. Where at seaflora, we skip the synthetic stuff and use whole nutrient-dense seaweed that naturally contains vitamin C, so it stays stable and is absorbed better. So now let's talk about seaflora's vitamin C series, our collection designed to bring you all the benefits of ocean-grown vitamin C. So there are 3 products that stand out, but we do have a series overall, which I have an image of as well, and I can show you everything that's in it. But because there's quite a lot, I will just mention the 3 main ones. So starting off, we have our Sea Bright moisturizer. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the photo of the vitamin C series. Here it is. Okay, perfect. So starting off, we have our Sea Bright moisturizer. So this is our hero in the vitamin C series because it's actually been backed up over 4 years of scientific research and development. What makes Sea Bright so special is its base of Ulva sea lettuce, which is what I was just mentioning before, and which is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C. So blended with skin brightening botanicals, it is designed to brighten and dull uneven skin, support collagen synthesis, hydrate deeply without heaviness, and provide daily antioxidant protection. So the texture is lightweight. The color of Sea Bright as well is skin tone color as well, so it's like yeah, just like this color. I love the color of that one. I always find it so fascinating when people are putting it on. The texture is lightweight, the absorption is fast, and your skin feels nourished immediately. But the real transformation happens with consistent use over time. So think of it as your skin's daily multivitamin. So that one is the more interesting one to me because it's had 4 years of scientific research developed into it, which is just really interesting to know, and it makes me proud to share that with everyone to say that it has, and had some scientific research on it. Sorry, I just realised my caption is still on that says welcome to my stream. I think people have been here for about 25 minutes, so they'll probably know that maybe I should keep it up for the people that are just joining, but it does say my name when it's not on. So next we have our Sea Splash Toning Essence, and this toner isn't your typical one, it's a toning essence, which means that it hydrates and preps your skin for everything that follows when you're doing your skincare routine in order, because there is an order to it, and you start off with your cleanser and you end with your moisturizer, and then you can go on to do your bath and body. And also the tester bar in Sephora's store is all in order of that as well, so it helps you really know what to pick out when you're having a look at things, because it's all in the correct order, so therefore you know what order you need to do it in when you get home too, because I never realised that there was a specific, I knew you had to sort of cleanse and toner and then moisturize, but you can exfoliate and you can mask and you can use a serum in between all of that as well, which is really cool. So last but not least, our Everyday Exfoliator, which has actually won an Earth Beauty Award last year, and this year it was our Intensive Night Cream has won for the Earth Beauty, and then our Refined Facial Polish won Clean Beauty Awards as well. So this would detox, polish and glow your skin. So that would be that step of the process. And it is formulated with Iridea, another red seaweed, which is rich in vitamin C and amino acids. So instead of harsh microbeads or acids, this exfoliator uses natural seaweed fibers and fruit enzymes to gently slow away dead skin cells, stimulate circulation, and reveal a smoother, brighter complexion. So it's perfect for prepping your skin to absorb vitamin C rich treatments, improving texture and tone over time, detoxifying and energizing tired, dull skin. So you only need to use it 2 to 3 times per week, and you'll feel the difference after just one use. So it's like a mini facial at home. And every single product in this line, as you know, uses raw seaweed that we harvest ourselves. So you're not just buying skincare, you're applying a whole ecosystem of marine nutrition to your skin. So it's... Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes there, and I was like, oh, that's another topic that we're not onto yet. Getting ahead of myself here. So yeah, but including overlooked tuca and infused in your natural vitamin C, we also have other things going on. And what does that mean for your skin? So it can restore your skin's natural pH after cleansing, which is really important, and it delivers a refreshing vitamin C mist that hydrates and tones. It helps your moisturizer and serum absorb better, which is in that process that the step-by-step cleansing process that I was talking about before, and it tightens your pores and visibly brightens the skin with every use. So pro tip as well, because I was just thinking there that I have a jade roller, and I jade roll, and I put my jade roller in the fridge, and that sort of gives it a cooling down so that when I use it, it's nice and cool on my face. You can do the same with your toner as well if you want more of a cooling effect, and you can then use it on a hot day throughout the day as a hydrating mist if you would like as well. So this is going to boost collagen production, which I brought collagen up just before. So collagen is the protein that keeps your skin firm, smooth and youthful, and vitamin C is a cofactor in this collagen synthesis, meaning your body needs it to build and maintain collagen. Without enough vitamin C, collagen production slows, which leads to sagging, fine lines, and slower wound healing. So I'm just going to take my laptop off this little stand it's on because it's overheating, and I don't want it to be really loud for you guys so that you can't hear me. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can hear me a bit better just there. So it brightens and evens the skin tone. So it inhibits melanin production, which helps fade dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and sun damage over time, which as I explained before. So the result is even more radiant, and that you get that vitamin C glow. So just checking if we have any more comments. We're all good for now. I'm hoping that I'm answering your questions as I'm going along. And as I was saying before, it protects your skin against environmental damage. So as a potent antioxidant, vitamin C neutralizes free radicals, which we mentioned before. Free radicals is when your skin sort of starts to sag and age, and with vitamin C that prevents that from happening. So unstable molecules created by UV rays, pollution or stress, which would otherwise break down skin cells and accelerate aging. So think of vitamin C as your skin's built-in shield for all of this. So it improves hydration and skin texture. So vitamin C is then going to strengthen the skin barrier function, helping it retain moisture and resist external irritants. So it reduces inflammation and supports smoother and plumper skin. So why Seaflora's vitamin C skincare is next level. So dual source vitamin C. So we have MAP and L-ascorbic acid, which I mentioned before. So MAP or MAP is magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a stable, non-irritating, perfect for daily use and sensitive skin. And then your L-ascorbic acid is pure, it's fast acting on the brightness. So this combo mimics both immediate and long-term results with fewer side effects that brands rely on from just one unstable form, like I was mentioning before. So the benefit is that you get that immediate glow, but it's the long-term collagen stimulation with minimal irritation that you're looking for, which is a universal appeal for all of us because we all want that. So 2, you have your whole plant synergy from wild seaweed extracts. So each seaweed species in your formulation brings vitamin C cofactors and bioactives that amplify results. So you have your seaweed roll and vitamin C synergy. You have mazzaella that contains polysaccharides that boost hydration and enhance penetration. And we have ova lactuca, that was sea lettuce, which is high in here we go with these words, glutamic, magnesium, and vitamin A. Then we have our pyropia, all of which I've mentioned before and I showed images of, and that is naturally rich in vitamin C and iron for pigmentation and healing. So definitely gets rid of those acne scars for you. So Nereocystic is full of antioxidants and vitamin E, which cofactor support. Laminaria provides zinc, iodine, and amino acids, and your collagen and skin regeneration support. So rockweed offers anti-inflammatory and skin calming benefits, which we have one of our exfoliators, wild rockweed exfoliator, so that would be beneficial for that. So skin identical minerals and antioxidants. So seaweed provides trace minerals, like I was just explaining before. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's always good to know that the types of nutrients and minerals that are in this, because there are many, and I always mention it, but it's very important for us to know because something so small has so many things in it. So we have like zinc, copper, manganese, and all are essential for skin healing, enzymatic action, and preventing oxidative damage, the exact cofactor ecosystem that vitamin C requires to do its best work. So the benefit is that it's all bioavailable mineral delivery enhances the effectiveness of every other active in your formula. So your photo protection with zero compromise. So when paired with a good SPF, Seaflora's vitamin C delivery helps reduce UV-induced pigmentation, which I was explaining before, with your sort of dark spots and your fine lines because your skin is damaged because of the sun, neutralizing free radicals before they damage the collagen, improves the skin tone, firmness, and clarity over time. And because your formulas are rich in seaweed antioxidants and fatty acids, they support the skin barrier, making the whole system more resilient, so you're not just defending the skin, but you're rebuilding it, which is what we all want to hear. So truly sustainable, truly local. As I was saying, it's all in Vancouver Island in Canada, and it's all in Seaweed here. Our building has all of our packaging, manufacturing, shipping. Our store is all one, so it's all one building. And truly whole, so harvested by hand, not machines, manufactured 2K from the ocean, because it's just down off the coast of Whiffenspit to Port Renfrew. Minimal processing, which then you get your nutrients intact. Zero waste facility, so we have a clean conscience. Conscious consumers aren't just buying results, they're buying regenerative beauty with a conscience. So I have done a live on this too, and it was eco-friendly living, and I go into detail on how Seaflora products and us as a company are eco-friendly and sustainable. So if you would like to know more information about that, but just off the top of my head, I will mention some for you. So we have our glass bottles, which are recyclable. We have our compostable boxes, and they are made with, written on with soy ink, so it's better for the environment. We only have sort of one bag a week going out into our waste bin because we just hardly use any waste as a company. And yeah, as we're very zero waste, as in sort of our carbon footprint, because all of our shipping and manufacturing is done all in the same building as well. So it's very, but yeah, feel free to check out that live. It is on our Facebook and Instagram, still on there if you would like to rewatch that if you missed it. All of our Instagram lives will always go onto our social media recorded afterwards if you sort of come in halfway through this one or you miss the whole complete live altogether. So we deliver vitamin C the way nature intended, stabilized with magnesium, supported by seaweed bioactives, and crafted where the ocean meets the lab for real results and real regeneration. So when it's from seaweed, it is naturally combined with magnesium, amino acids, and trace minerals, which make it more stable and bioavailable, meaning your skin can absorb it and use it more effectively than synthetic versions. Just gonna double check I haven't missed any graphics here because I've just been talking and forgetting to mention things. I think we're all good. I have a few coming up when I go into more detail about our body and why it matters to our body as well as our skin. So it is essential for our overall health because it supports multiple critical functions in your body. And unlike some vitamins, your body can't produce vitamin C on its own, so you need to get it daily from your diet or supplements. And here's why it matters. So your immune system support, which I have a little graphic here for you guys, just to make it more interesting for you guys. So vitamin C helps stimulate the production and function of white blood cells, which are your body's first line of defense against infections. So you might have heard of that when all of this COVID happened. You might have heard on adverts, maybe, I'm not sure, people mentioning your white blood cells and how they would have been trying to fight off COVID if you ended up getting it. It also protects these immune cells from oxidative stress, keeping them stronger for longer. Powerful antioxidant protection. So it neutralizes free radicals, which we've mentioned before, unstable molecules that cause cellular damage and contribute to aging, chronic disease, and inflammation. By reducing oxidative stress, vitamin C protects your organs, your tissues, and your DNA integrity. And bringing collagen back up again, because it is one of those that is talked about the most, because our skin matrix, as I like to call it, we have collagen, keratin. There is another one that I should know. I wrote a blog on Seaflora's website about it if you would like to check that out. But collagen is the one that's talked about the most. But all three combined are very important, so it is important to mention keratin as well. I'm trying to remember what the other one, I think it's a K as well. It's been a long day trying to remember all this research for everything. But yeah, if you'd like some more information about the skin matrix as well, check that blog out and it will give you more information. But yeah, collagen is the main one that gets talked about, but it is important to know about all of them. So your body needs vitamin C to create collagen, not just for your skin, but for your blood vessels, your cartilage, your bones, your gums, and tendons. This makes it essential for healing wounds, preventing bruising, which I probably need more of because I have all these mysterious bruises popping up on my legs all the time, and maintaining joint and bone strength. And healing wounds would, like I was saying before, with your skin, that would help with acne and scarring as well. So your brain and mood support. I've got a little cute graphic of that just here for you guys, which I thought was quite cute. Just while we get into talking about brain and mood support just here. So vitamin C is involved in the synthesis of neurotransmitters, which I've also got a graphic of just so that you can visually see it in your head when I'm talking about neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which have an impact on your mood, energy, and your mental clarity. So low vitamin C levels have been linked to increased fatigue and depression. So I'll show you here a neurotransmitter just so you can see what I'm talking about, because it's all sort of how your body inside communicates. So you can see here that, you know, this little bit here would then communicate to this little bit and that would connect, and that's how the neurotransmitters communicate. So like, I don't know, say you hit your hand, so that's how that connects all the way up to your brain to let you know that you just hit your hand and that hurt. So it's the same way with your mood. So if you're low on your vitamin C, then it's going to tell your brain that that's why you're feeling sad and tired. So I just thought that was quite interesting for you to see how that all works as well. So improves iron absorption as well. So I've got a little graphic here, which is from, if you're a bit nerdy like me, you would know that it's from the periodic table, and it also shows you its scientific name of, well, compound of Fe as well. So vitamin C helps convert plant-based iron into a form that's easier to absorb, preventing iron deficiency or anemia, especially in people who are vegetarian or have low meat diets, or altogether, like say vegan or something. So iron, so that would be, they're missing out on iron from that. So yeah, you would need some vitamin C to get your iron absorbed into your body more, so you're helping with that. So let's talk about one major benefit of vitamin C that often gets overlooked, which is your gut health, which I'm always saying, I don't know if you'll have heard me talk about it in my lives or even my posts on Seaflora's social media, is that our body is like a report card. And our skin is basically showing us on the outside what is happening on the inside. So if your gut health is not good, then your skin and your face or your body is, if that's showing sort of spots and bad things, then it means that your gut is bad too. And people don't understand that. They're like, oh, I'm using all these good skincare products. Why isn't my skin good? Well, if you're using all these good skincare products, but you're eating like junk food, then it's still not going to be good. You're going to be doing both too, and a lot more other things too for your like exercise and things like that. You've got to overall everything in balance. It all comes together, and then you'll have perfect. So vitamin C doesn't just help your skin glow or boost your immune system, it also plays a powerful role in maintaining a healthy digestive system, especially when it comes to gut lining integrity, microbial balance, and nutrient absorption. So it supports your gut lining. So it's crucial for building collagen, as we mentioned, which is what your gut lining is made of. So think of the gut lining like a protective wall, as you can see on this graphic here, where harmful particles can pass into your bloodstream and trigger inflammation or autoimmunity. When you have enough vitamin C, you're literally reinforcing the physical barrier between your gut and the rest of your body. So it can reduce inflammation in the gut too. It has antioxidants properties which help calm inflammation, especially in people dealing with conditions like IBS, Crohn's, or food sensitivities. So inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of digestive discomfort, and vitamin C can help soothe that fire. So it helps maintain a healthy microbiota. Some studies suggest that vitamin C can support a balanced microbiome by creating an environment where good bacteria can thrive. So when oxidative stress is lowered in the gut, your microbes flourish. This can lead to better digestion, stronger immunity, and improved mood. As we were just mentioning before, it's all to do with your brain and your mood. Because remember, most of your serotonin is produced in the gut. So that's probably where the term hungry comes from. So if you're hungry, then that's why you're going to get all angry, because your serotonin is produced in the gut. So that makes a lot more sense, because I am one of those people that, as my family will know, and friends, I do get hungry. So yeah, that is where that comes from. So we're nearly towards the end of this slide, but not just yet. So if you're still there and have been here since the start, I hope you're enjoying it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will do my very best. So we'll just get a bit further into this live before anybody goes anywhere. So it boosts absorption of nutrients, especially iron, which I was just mentioning before. So it can convert iron from plant-based foods into a form that your gut naturally absorbs. So if you're eating lots of greens or taking supplements, then vitamin C will make sure that you're not just eating nutrients, you're actually absorbing them. When your vitamin C comes from seaweed, then it's even better. So why? Because seaweed provides natural magnesium, iodine, fiber, alongside vitamin C, all of which support gut health in their own ways. And magnesium, we've just explained, calms your digestive system. Iodine supports your thyroid, which impacts digestion. Fiber can feed your microbiome, and polyphenols fight back bad bacteria. So I've got some FAQs here that I thought that I would answer, just in case you guys have been thinking of the same question the whole time and I haven't maybe answered it yet. So these are the most common questions that we get asked about with vitamin C in skincare. So is it okay for sensitive skin? Yes, because our products are free of synthetic acids and fragrance. They're actually calming and anti-inflammatory. So they're perfect for sensitive, rosacea prone or acne prone skin. Can you use vitamin C products every day? Absolutely. In fact, consistency is key. So you'll start seeing results in about 2 to 3 weeks after you've started using them, and deeper improvements by week 6. Should you avoid the sun after using vitamin C? No, because vitamin C helps protect against sun damage, which we explained in this live, especially when layered under SPF. Just don't skip your sunscreen, even on a cloudy day. What if I'm already using retinol or an exfoliant? Vitamin C pairs beautifully with hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid or seaweed gels. So if you're using strong exfoliants or retinol, then I recommend alternating days of using vitamin C in the morning and maybe retinol at night. So bioavailability and skin compatibility. So I've touched on this already, but we could go deeper into this. So what makes seaweed-derived vitamin C so powerful is it's not just the nutrient itself, but how well your body and skin actually use it. So when vitamin C is, sorry, I've got itchy lip there, is combined with its natural components like magnesium, polyphenols, which like we were just mentioning before, and amino acids, it becomes more bioavailable. And then your skin starts to recognize that, and then it absorbs it and puts it to work faster and more efficiently from synthetic forms. And this gives your products a functional superiority narrative. And then you're not sort of pushing that vitamin C onto yourself too much. So briefly to explain oxidative stress, because I have mentioned it in this live quite often, but I've not really sort of gone into much detail about it. So I will also let you know what that is about, just because you're probably thinking, what is it? So since we're leading into antioxidants for the next live, we'll mention oxidative stress to lead into that. So free radicals cause something called oxidative stress. So I mentioned that today as well. So it's like rust for your cells. So vitamin C helps stop that rust from building up by donating an electron, neutralizing the free radical before it causes damage. So it's like putting out a microscope fire before it spreads. So, sorry, microscopic, that didn't make any sense. So another fun fact about vitamin C, because I was mentioning before how, for anyone that wasn't here at the start, that ascorbic acid, the scientific name means without scurvy, because sailors used to get scurvy from a vitamin C deficiency because they didn't have enough fruit and veg out there in the middle of the oceans on their boats. But here is another fun fact about vitamin C, is that it was the first ever vitamin produced chemically in a lab back in the 1930s. But what's fascinating is that even with synthetic options like seaweed, it continues to show more stability and synergy in the body. So it's just amazing to know that that was like the first one that was created in a lab as well. Out of all of the types of vitamins that there are, vitamin C was the first. So I thought that was really interesting as well. So here's the takeaway from this whole live. Seaweed, especially Ulva lactuca, is a potent natural source of vitamin C. And when it's used in skincare the way we do it at Seaflora, it delivers real visible benefits without the harshness of synthetic actives. You're nourishing your skin, supporting local harvesting practices, and saying yes to cleaner and safer beauty. So if you're in Souk, come and feel free to visit us. We are 2105 Otter Point Road in Souk, and check out our tester bar and try the full vitamin C series if that's something that you would be interested in, and see the glow for yourself. And if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, you can head over to our website, www.seafloraskincare.com, to explore the full line. So now I'm gonna go into a bit of a teaser here on what our next live will be about and how that it's all linked together. So we had magnesium just before this one. Now we have vitamin C. So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something that's really important. So vitamin C isn't just a brightening skincare ingredient, as I think we all have hopefully learned from this live today, but it's one of the most powerful antioxidants that your body can absorb. So antioxidants are your natural defense system. So they protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals, which we've explained today in this live too. And those unstable little molecules triggered by stress, sun exposure, pollution, even just living and breathing. And seaweed is packed with those antioxidants too. So not just vitamin C, but also polyphenols, which we've mentioned, and fucoidins, all of which work together to protect your skin and your entire body from premature aging and inflammation. So in our next live, I'm going to break down the world of antioxidants, what they are, how they work, why they're essential not just in skincare, but in your overall health and longevity. And we'll go deeper into seaweed's unique antioxidant profile and how Seaflora taps into it in a way that other brands simply can't. So if you're curious about how to slow aging or strengthen your immune system and protect your glow naturally, don't miss it. So our next live will be on antioxidants. So that will be the same time, but in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, thank you very much for everybody for joining this live. It was probably one of my favorites. I think it was really, I keep saying that every time, but every time it just gets better and I find out more and more information every single time. And I find out more and more information every time, and it blows my mind every time, especially those two facts about it being the first in the lab and to do with scurvy. Like, I just had no idea. And it's so great how they're all connected as well. So, you know, we've started off with squalene, which led into magnesium, vitamin C, and then we're going into antioxidants. And it's crazy how all of these are linked into seaweed and about seaweed. So yeah, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them just now. If you're, like I said, if you're watching this as a replay, you can always comment on the post, or you can message us on our social media and we will get back in touch with you if you have any questions as well. Yeah, so I think it's been great to do this. I think I've missed doing it because we were doing them weekly, and then now we've gone on to 2 weekly. So I was getting used to sort of doing them every week, and I've had a break for a couple of weeks, and it's good to be back and share the world of seaweed magic with you. And it's been really interesting and to create this awareness and to share it. I'm loving all of these facts. I bet my boyfriend is sick of me because every day I'm coming home and I'm giving him all these facts about seaweed and your body and your gut health and everything. And yeah, it's just super interesting, and an encyclopedia about seaweed at the moment. So yeah, so I can't see any questions, but like I say, if you don't get the chance to ask them in the next one. But yeah, I hope everyone really enjoyed this one. I definitely did. And I've missed doing these with everyone. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time for our 4th episode in our series of What the Heck Do You Really Know About Seaweed? And it will be on antioxidants. So thank you very much, everyone, and bye for now.